How's it going, everybody? This week we finally got the long anticipated standardized side dodge recovery on all heroes. Everyone now has 600 millisecond recovery. That means some heroes got buffed, others got nerfed. First we're looking at the 3 nerfed heroes. Aramusha previously had a 500 millisecond recovery. This allowed him to punish bashes like headbutt or shield bash on reaction. What that means is that he could wait to actually see the orange glow and then dodge, all the while still getting a guard break. This was probably his best feature, and him losing that makes him even worse, if that's possible. Now, just like every other character, he has to make a read if he wants to punish it with a guard break. If you dodge on a reaction to the headbutt, the wallet can counter your guard break. The other 2 characters who had a 500 millisecond recovery were Shannon and Warden. Both of them have some form of side dodge attack, yet somehow nothing changed for them. They can both still delay it the same amount as before. Now to the characters that got buffed. I'm not going to go over every single one of them, as it should be pretty self-explanatory what changed. Let's start with Goki. Previously it was pretty much impossible for him to punish characters that were relying on their bashes and kept an eye on his hyper armor. Like I explained in my last video, in theory you can dodge really early to get a guard break, but it's such a huge risk to pre-dodge something by that much. Now with the buff to his recovery, he's in the same boat as the rest of the cast, but what it means for him is that hugging a wall is once again a viable strategy for him. Getting a Demon's Embrace off a dodged bash will benefit him greatly. Another thing people who had played characters with 700 millisecond dodge recovery had problems with was parrying Gladiator zones. I mean, it was possible, but the timing for it was somewhat tight. Now, if you meet a Glad that actually lets it fly, you should have no problem parrying it. Another thing some people might be glad to hear is that Kensei's dodge attacks received a minor nerf. Previously, he was able to delay it up until 600 milliseconds into the dodge, whereas now this got cut down to 500 milliseconds. This should overall give him less iframes when doing those. The last character I recorded pre-patch was Conqueror, but turns out nothing changed for him either. His side dodge, shield bash still has the exact same timings as before. The one character I thought I didn't have to record was Nobushi, so sorry I can't give you a side-by-side comparison for her. She now has to wait 100 milliseconds before she can initiate her Sidewinder and Cobra Strike. Those used to be instant. With that change, both of these moves are no longer viable follow-ups for her heavy parries. And this should about cover it. There's possibly more to test, for example Kensei's superior block side dodges might have more uses now. Those will probably be discovered in time. I'll try to keep you updated in case something crazy comes to light. Until then, I hope the video was helpful. Thanks for watching. Laters everybody.